W says w. W says w. Every letter makes a sound. W says w. X says k.